What is up, guys and gals? It is Kraken Collectibles coming at you with another toy review. Today we'll be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Bandai Tamashii Nations Infinity War Hulk. Now, I've been waiting for this guy for a very long time, and I'm very excited to finally have him. And does he live up to the hype, or does he not? Let's find out here in a second. Alright, before we take a look at the figure, let's actually take a look at his box. He does have a very nice looking box. You see like the green overall, and then the Avengers Infinity War, the Tamashii Nation sticker, Tamashii Nations, Bandai, Marvel, Japanese. See a nice picture of the Hulk here, looks very good. You can see inside the picture, or the box of course, and you see SH Figuarts Hulk, the fist for Hulk, and then on the top you can see into the box some Avengers, SH Hulk. Right side, Avengers, Hulk, Infinity War, continuation from the front, which you see his arm. On the back, you see more shots of the figure, looking very cool. As you can see the heads here as well. A bunch of Japanese, can't read, Bandai Spirits, Avengers, looks very nice. Other side, you see another shot of the Hulk, which is the same as this one right here. Avengers, Hulk on the bottom. On the bottom, you can see Avengers, Hulk, another pose of Hulk, and winning not lottery numbers. So yeah, the box looks very nice. I actually might keep this one for display. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories. He does only come with the 2 sets of hands. Comes with the fist hands for both left and right, and he comes with this more open, more like grippy kind of hand. It's got the very nice veins sculpted in. And even, you can see the textures look very nice on the hands, looks like skin. It looks very nice, I really like that, it looks really good. And it's like that on all the hands. One thing I did notice under the lighting is the hands are slightly different color than the arms are. Let me see if I can, yeah. So you can see the hands are a little bit lighter of a green than the arms are, and I'll get to that here in a little while. But he does come with 3 heads. He comes with the one he's got now, which is his just grimmest, like, straight face look. Comes with the gritted teeth, which looks very nice. Details look very great. He's got that dot matrix printing on there. Looks really good. His eyes look really good too. You can see the brown in there. Maybe not on the camera, but you can see it in person. It looks really good. Teeth look good. Sculpted very nicely. His hair is kind of pokey. So be careful putting the head on because it is kind of sharp. Come around to the back, and he's got his just like faded haircut. Looks very nice. Looks just like the Hulk in the movie with Mark Ruffalo's haircut. And then he comes with his angry, yelling, open mouth face, which is identical to the other 2, except for the mouth, of course. You can see the paint in the inside of the mouth and the tongue. Also printed, which is kind of strange, but who knows. Looks nice though. The teeth look good. Eyes still look good on this one. This one is very nice. I'll be using this one a lot, and I've already used it for a few photos in my Instagram. Link down below. But that is all he comes with as far as accessories. But I mean, he's the Hulk. You don't really need too much. So let's go ahead and get those out of the way and talk about the figure. He does have a ton of articulation, and the sculpt is very good. Before I talk about articulation, I am going to talk about sculpt first. Everything is sculpted in, so you can see like all the little textures in his skin look very nice. It's similar to his hands. Everything is sculpted, so it looks good. You can see all of the massive muscles that he's got, and then they've got like a dry brush almost, or a wash of gray, making it highlight his muscles and stuff, which I think is one big difference to the hands, because the hands aren't shaded the same way. So I think that might be the reason that it looks a little bit different as far as his hands to his forearms. The arms look a little deeper green because of the highlights. Abs sculpted in nicely. Also washed in there, looks good. On the back, of course, you can see more muscle tone because he's a very, very massive man. I don't know if Hulk is considered a human. He's part Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner, part thing. I don't know. he's a creature. But he's very, very strong, so it does look very nice on the figure, and it definitely shows. Looks great, and then it is part of articulation, but I'm going to talk about it here with Sculpt. When you move it out, you can still see it does come through right here. And there is a tiny bit of a gap back there, but you're not really going to notice once you get them in a good pose. A little bit of a gap down here too, but it's all for articulation, so I'll let it slide. Down to the pants, they are sculpted in as far as like the wrinkles go. They look nice. You can see the silver button here, the belt loops here sculpted. Nice Hulk butt with the pants wrinkles, looks very nice, and you can see your wrinkles around where the belt loops are supposed to be stitched on. Looks nice down into the legs. You can see a tear here in the leg, and actually it is a little bit textured like the rest of the skin, so that is a nice little detail to put in those little spots there. And then down to the legs, not torn here like one of the newer ones coming out. Tears here, looks very nice. A little bit of green right here actually, which that's not a tear. I think that's just a little bit of paint rub, which is strange. I wonder if, and it's not because of articulation either, so I got a little bit of paint rub there, not too big of a deal. And then down to the feet, look very nice. Not much else to say about the feet there, Hulk feet, but looks very nice. I really like the sculpt on this, and it looks very good on the shelf with other figures. So let's go ahead and talk about articulation when we get back in just a second. Alrighty, on to articulation. On the head, it does look back that far. Looks down pretty far. He does have just a regular ball joint in the head. If I can get, come on now, the head off. It's hard to do on camera. There we go. Okay, so you can see it's just a regular ball joint there, and it's got a little dip here in the neck so you can look down further. That is very nice. I like that. And you can see there's another joint down here in the neck. Allows for better range of motion there. It looks very nice. It's very cold out. I think that's why I'm having issues with that. So good range of motion in the neck and head. Looks very good. On the shoulders, I showed you earlier, he does have the butterfly joint back here. Goes forward and back. And then his shoulders go up to here. It is a little hard to get them into certain poses, so it takes a little bit of patience. Do not force anything on these figures just because you could end up breaking something, and I don't want that to happen. These are pricey figures, so definitely take care of them. I say as I just smack the crap out of them. So it does go up to there, rotates all the way around, and it's on a very massive double ball peg in here. You can see it. Looks very nice, and it works pretty well. You can rotate on that ball joint. You got it's technically a double joint in the elbow, but you only get about 90 degrees, so it's still okay. Across the chest, you can get it about like that, so not too far, but I mean, you can't really expect much with how beefy this guy is. And then you've got a ball joint in the wrist, which you can turn 360 degrees and slightly move it in, not too much, but again, you're not going to be doing that. So to the waist and chest, he does have a massive ball joint in here. It is a little gappy up in here if you push him back too far, but it's not too noticeable in most poses. It does have a good range of motion up in that ball joint there, so there's no complaints there. You got a ball joint down here, which I did want to talk about this too. So you got a ball joint in the waist, which gives you very good crunch forward, looks very nice. But in the back, which is usually where there's a problem, but they actually did very well, I believe, on this. So when you crunch him forward, he does have this piece of plastic that hangs out right here, which actually does have the copyright information. But it does give you a little bit more room to have less gappage, which I really like that. That looks really good. I mean, it is a different color than the skin tone, but it doesn't have a huge gap in the back, which looks really nice. And it definitely helps when posing. So you got very good range of motion in this section here. So no complaints. I really like it. In the legs, you can get his legs to go up to here, and it's not one of those drop joints that other figures have. It's just a regular joint here. You can see it comes out that far, so you can get a good judo kick. It goes not back very far at all, if any. And then you've got a swivel joint here at the top of the leg. Doesn't go very far. I wouldn't push it because you'll end up breaking it. But you do have a little bit of articulation there. Double joints at the knee. I did want to talk about the knees too. They do a pretty good job at covering the knee. It is flat in here, which there's not really much else you could do about that. So it's okay with that. It does look good when you've got him standing straight. It does look like it's just part of his knee. So onto his ankles. Very, very big ball joints. Doesn't go very far forward or back really. I mean, it does good enough to get good kicks in, but not too much range, which of course it's a massive ball joint, so not really much you can do there. And it does have a little bit of a rocker. And then toe articulation. Very nice toe articulation. Alrighty, on to size comparisons. First off, I'm going to show you guys what he looks like next to the Infinity War Thanos. I do believe they are in pretty good scale together. I did look back before watching this movie. Before doing this video, I watched the movie, and he does stand pretty well with Thanos. Thanos is a little bit smaller than he is, but of course, he beats the snot out of him. But yeah, he is a little bit smaller, which is in good scale. So next I'm going to show you Hulk standing next to the Marvel Legends Deadpool in his underwear. No good name for that, it's just Deadpool in his underwear. And then here he is next to the SH Figuarts Rocket Raccoon, if I can get him in here. Standing, there we go. There he is next to Rocket Raccoon. He is very tiny. And then next off, I will show you him next to the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure. And he's roughly around the same size, which is really cool. I really like that. It leads to cool creativity next to the Hulk. Alrighty, I asked a question here at the beginning of the video. Does he stand up to the hype? Yes, he absolutely does. If you can grab this figure, definitely do it. It is well worth the money. It's an incredible figure, great details, great articulation, and he stands in very well with other figures. So definitely pick him up if you have the chance. I'm very glad that I have him in my collection. If you guys enjoyed the review, please let me know in the comments down below and like and subscribe. We've got another video right over here and one down here. Check those out as well. I'd be very grateful, and thank you guys for watching and have a good one. Bye-bye.